Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Newport Board of Education regular meeting. Today is June 25th, 2025. The time is at 6:30 p.m. May I have a roll call, please? Here. Here. You all will join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we'll have a moment of reflection, and we ask that you keep Mr. Watts and his family. He had another death in the family, so he is not here tonight. His grandmother passed last week, so he is attending the services in Mississippi, so he was unable to join us tonight. All righty. First on the agenda is recognition, and so I'm excited to recognize the track and field team. So we're going to ask the track and field team to come up with their coaches so that we can acknowledge you, and if the coaches will come and share what were their accomplishments this year. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's so nice to see Diane Hatfield here tonight. Well, good evening, Jerry Hatfield. We have a okay. Right. The names that we have on the list are Caden Lynn, Dakari Minor, Reggie Rowland, Dallas Harrington, DeMarco Jackson, and Andorra Riley.
And then we had Cole Bush was one of our alternates.
Okay.
And Lamont was one of our alternates.
Okay, very good. So you're going to share their success and their story this year?
Yes. You got it. All right. All right. So hi, I'm Stephanie Schultzer. I'm a member of church and I'm a mentor. I from the back of the graduate. And when I started this year, these guys actually came to me and said the initiative one of our training immediately. So we should have started training in October, November area for this track season, and that's how we're working off. Now they came in. Red actually came in the 4x1, 4x3. He also started on the 100, which is 11.5. So we're going to be seeing next year multiple events. Red are we around the 1 now, which is so he did a great job. Really good thing as well. Mr. Cole Bush is another one. He earned our college because of his hard work and his dedication. He also is on the season. Cole Bush is in charge of our this year. He ran the 4x8 team. This was the first time he for the 4x8 teams in 2012. Correct. So we're back this year. And then he also helped out related and was the special consultant Bush. Lamont is another one. Trying to pick from Lamont. He can run from 100 to 800. He's another one that joined us for that 4x8 team. He also served his minute which was a huge victory for our 400. And he also helped out with the jump and long jump. So he jumped in with our team. So it was a huge help for our team this year. The Corey Reiner, also on 4x2. We can plug him in wherever. And in addition to that, he went state for 300 hurdles this year. And he was very close to qualifying for 100 hurdles. This was his first real year from working with a hurdle coach. And he made it in our office. So you guys are going to be amazing things as that, and then more importantly, in addition to great academic and great leadership, we're very proud to have them represent. Our coaches, guys, the coach has been around, you know, Coach Hatfield. Coach Hatfield has been here forever. He comes in, I get anything here, no, that was his year of our track team. He was a great worker, putting up, but this year, our head coach is actually Coach Juan Day. And Coach Day has been helping out with that football, so everything's been busy as well. And Coach Day is another one that's amazing and helping out, another me. We have Coach Andre here, and Coach Andre is one of our volunteers, that's a thrower coach. And he dedicates time to us, and, how many words does he do? Really, go ahead. How many? 8 or 9. And one of the thrower, right, not here, back there, about 4 years report, but she also was taking that. So, we had Coach that, Coach that also volunteered to time with us, and so this first year coach, and yes, they were right. So we're looking forward to great things moving forward for track, and like we told the teams, even in the year, our goal was they were going to know our name, and they were already for the good reason. Great job. Harder is the same for age more. All right. Okay, so these guys are I'm not allowed to talk to them right now. I'm dead there. So. Okay, I'll get it.
Not allowed to hide.
Okay, sorry guys, one more that's not here, extremely important that we're recognizing, now, Mr. Hayden, our and he went to state, he led the charge here for our adaptive program that we started up. So much. And he actually is the champion for both adaptive and adaptive shot put, so. We're trying to keep Hayden, you'll see him around Newport, and he's got a big old head, and he's James.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Next on our agenda is a retirement, which is pretty emotional for many of us. Lisa Swanson. And who is this young lady with you?
Miss Carrie Neiman.
I'm Carrie Johnson, everyone. I'm here to hear from stuff. Lisa and I worked together for 13 years, and then partner of special education, and she has been in education for 35 years in the state of Kentucky. So throughout her years of service, she's been tireless advocate for the students and the family in Newport, and she's been a shining example for educators and service providers. Under her leadership, our special ed programs and staff have grown and thrived. She has helped shape a culture of inclusion, passion, and high expectations, reminding us all that every student deserves access, opportunity, to be a champion in their. While her expertise, her strong guidance, and her inspiring passion will be with us, we know she's behind the light that will continue to shape our work and our lives to serve during this work. Lisa, thank you for all of your years and your dedication, your leadership, and your kindness. We wish you the best. And in the chapter, congratulations. Thank you.
The rest of the world wants to get a picture with you.
Thank you so much. Everybody, I appreciate your time.
We wish Miss Swanson the best. We will miss her dearly, her heart and her love for our special, what's it now called, the exceptional child population. She serves with her heart, and her skills are excellent. I mean, when you talk about doing things with excellence, and she takes her job so serious. She wanted to make sure that our kids got all the services that they needed, and being a mother of a special needs child, it did my heart good that she continued to grow that program. She set high expectations for our children, so the bocce ball, Special Olympics, our children were pushed, when my daughter was in, I put her in the choir. And I think she was one of the first special needs kids to join the school choir. And that encouraged other mothers and parents to do the same for kids. My daughter went to the prom, she went to homecoming, and so we have to set those expectations for them so that they know that just because they are different.
Doesn't mean they cannot accomplish the same things that other kids can. And that's Mrs. Gold. I would say she achieved it with you. You will be missed. Thank you for all your years of service. Next on our agenda, we have some newbies here with us tonight. Well, one is kind of new, he's a comeback guy. So, we're going to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Nick Wilson. Will you stand? Come up front so everybody get a look at you. And have a few words.
Oh, I didn't have anything prepared. Happy to be here, glad to be back, looking forward to coming in and hitting the ground running and really kind of just doing the best we can to continue the good things that are happening here in Newport and really watching our kids grow and learn and become better each and every day.
All right, thank you so much. Middle School, Alexandra Watkins.
Hi, I'm Alice Watkins. I am coming from Campbell County, where I was assistant principal prior to this. I'm a Newport community member, resident, and small business owner. I'm really excited to be here and, continue the upward momentum that Newport Intermediate has been gaining over the last few years. So really excited to get started and happy to be here.
Kim Cornett is not new to the district, but she is new to this position. We welcome her. Come on up so I can see you. She's our new food service director.
I'm actually been in the district for about 13 years. I started at the intermediate down at Fourth Street, and then I was at the high school, the attendance clerk, and the finance officer, and the past 5 years. I was the previous food services director or assistant. So I'm very excited to take over and the amazing things he's doing and hopefully add to the program.
All right, very good. Not least is Kim Snap, our new director of finance. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Kim Snap. I've been in the district for about 13, 14 years. My family has been part of this district for a little bit more than that.
And my kids graduated from Newport and they go to work for Newport. Unfortunately, they won't be continuing moving forward, but hopefully they can come back soon. But I've been in the finance department for about 12 years, and so I'm hoping that I can continue, just doing good by the district and making sure that everything runs smooth and that we do everything for the kids. What I'm here for.
All right, thank you. David Hayes on the list, but I don't see him. What am I missing? Oh, he must have just came in. Did you? Oh, my glasses on. But thank you for coming. If you would come up with the board, give them an update on the construction at the high school.
Sure, it's good to see everybody, to be back. I know Noah, handles our affairs a lot, and I go back and forth with him. We have two projects I'm taking right now. One of them is at the stadium. So if you remember, the floodplain's about 3 feet higher than the field, in certain times, of the season. And so what we've done is we have the restroom building that's on that little kind of elevated area right along in the corner of the steps. Used to go up to the corner, through there. So currently, I've got some pictures I can share with you of the development, and kind of pass those around. Those are only a couple days old. Currently, the footings are in, the foundations are in, the block work's going up. But the scheduled completion is sometime around mid-December. So we're going to try to get part of the football season. The biggest hurdle is going to be there's a range that has to go in. It's aluminum and grandstands, and the grandstand people usually are the longest on lead time. So that's the only thing that we got to be a little careful of. But it seems like it's all going along really well. Walls are up, it's going on, and going as fast as they can. It's kind of hard to navigate around the end of the track, so it seems like things are going pretty well. The completion date on the last schedule that they have, they're telling me I need to come through and check for any defects on September 19th. So I think we're still pulling through. That's on that. That's your contractor there is JP Summerlin. They did pretty good work. The other project is over at the high school. We kind of pointed to CTV. And it is, Ashley is your builder. We had to do a little bit of asbestos demolition and hazmat. That's also kind of done under containment by the special consultant. They started the masonry walls, 17 door frames, and that is staying on its original schedule, which has me really that same week doing the final punch list, which is into September. If you recall, that is art. There's an art room in there. It's kind of a big area on the front, the north end of the building on the first floor. Printings,
Yes.
there and some other things. So we're kind of taking that whole bunch of pictures. It's a little raw, but so that's moving on really well. That's the contact team. Joe was in, little brother was in the building with Jake House. They're probably in September.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as hectic. One of the hectic when we did the high school cafeteria kitchen. That was the one.
Yeah.
Over the even more anxiety provoking up there. Years later. Those kitchens, I think that there's nothing that makes me sweat some more than the kitchen. You can't move it, you can't move kids around and make it work. Right. The gym or moving around.
Well, thank you for coming. Any questions for Mr. Hayes?
Good to see everybody. It's small as well. So,
Appreciate you coming in.
yeah, thank you.
right, we'll take a 5-minute break, so we can congratulate and welcome our new administrators and say our goodbyes to Lisa. I think our kids have said adios. They're in the hall. They're in the hall. 5 minutes for just a virtual. Right. Thank you, we're gonna resume the meeting. Next on the agenda is comments, from the audience. We have Randy Raleigh. You want to say here? Yes, so you can, I can go to your mic here.
So kind of, I just want to touch base on something that, came from the Inquirer. It said Watts had 4 oversight of finance director, leading the district to use restricted funds, which we now must make cuts to recuperate. How much was spent from district funds before board was made aware? They had no way of knowing, no idea the money was gone out of the investment account. Like no balance sheets to look at every month or anything of the sorts. She never mentioned it to anyone. So did she spend all the money herself on the food and travel they saw and approved every month? What about the educational consultants? The rent for NSOI? Who approved the contract every year? Hoover? No. What about the PR contract that they had since 2015? Do you know anything about that? And I know I've emailed each and every one of you about the forensic audit. I've gotten a response. I've been in touch with the education task force, no response. What it seems like to me is that we have no accountability, no transparency. We ask questions, we get no answers. We ask more questions, we get gassed. We get bashed on Facebook as parents, from staff, from task force members. Do we want to save our district? Because it's going to take all of us parents to put pressure on this board to get them to do what is right by our kids. We have lost enough. I have the personnel report. Has anybody else seen it? You know how many teachers we lost this year? Lost. Not just from retirement. So what are we going to do about it? I think we got about 2 years before we don't have a choice but to do what they want us to do. And personally, I think it's that they want to shut us down. And are we going to let them do it? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Oftentimes, what people don't realize, the board does not, or is not allowed to discuss personnel matters. So when you come up here talking about an actual employee, we are not allowed to respond. And our board attorney can explain. That's the reason we don't respond. We have responded about the forensic audit. It has been, yes, we have discussed it at a meeting.
But not in front of us, we've all asked.
Well, I believe it was brought up at the high school.
Yes, you said if there is a need,
Right.
we will do it. Is there a need? I know Ed doesn't want it. Anybody else here to see what happens to our finances? Go ahead.
A forensic audit is usually done when there is evidence or indication of misappropriation of funds or fraud. People have gone through the records. We've hired a financial consultant.
To a T Turner.
Correct.
He's
And,
a long-time district, good old boy.
but he would not, well, we're not going to get into that. We're just saying that based on information the board has received, there is no indication that a forensic audit is needed.
Bobby said we needed a forensic audit.
I said that I would bring it up.
I can read the message, I can read it verbatim from you. Everyone needs to be held accountable for what is happening. Are we rubber stamping these budgets? Are we not following up? I mean, what is going on? We don't get a $3.9 million deficit overnight.
Ma'am, First of all, let me explain, that 3.9 deficit was a draft budget. It was prepared, it was an estimate to let us know that things need to change. We are not in debt, we are not broke. That's what the conversation seems to be in the community. But our finance officers require by law to do a draft budget. That draft budget to us was saying, hey, if things do not change, then this is what the deficit is going to be going forward.
We've known this was coming. You've said it in prior interviews, prior minutes. I have them.
I've been at the comment section is over, we heard you and we responded. And thank you for your concern. Okay?
I'll see you on next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next on the agenda is the minutes of May 28th, June 4th, which was a special meeting. June 11th, a special meeting. June 17th, a special meeting. June 18th, a special meeting. And minutes of June 23rd, a special meeting. Any questions or comments regarding these minutes?
No.
Everyone has had opportunity to review them. If there's no questions or corrections, motion to approve all minutes.
So moved.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Please let the record show that it's possible. All righty, next on the agenda is the treasurer's report. Snap.
Good evening, you guys have the report. The first question that I previously answered.
No.
No, ma'am. Let me know when you're. And also we have the invoices for the month of May. Any questions regarding those invoices?
My questions have already been answered.
Thank you. Anyone else have any additional questions? And for the record, part of our training as board members, when we go to Kentucky School Board Association training, which is required by KRS, the law, it teaches us to do the pre-work. Because if we waited until we got to a board meeting to review all the documents and all the paperwork, we would be here for several hours. So we are trained and encouraged to do the pre-work. So we look at these documents, probably 3 or 4 days before the meeting. The documents are provided to the board so that we can have time to look at each and every document. So, and oftentimes we are encouraged to get those questions answered. But if anyone wants to share their discussion with Ms. Snap, feel free.
I only asked what the drama fees were because there were several sets of drama fees. And those were people that helped out in the orchestra or the uniforms, things to do with the drama presentation that was put on a month ago. So that was the only question.
Thank you. All right. So if there's no more questions regarding the bank reconciliation statement, the invoice report, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Right. The other documents listed, the attachments are for information only and no action is needed. Any questions regarding the credit card statement? And I do want to follow up on a matter that was brought up at the previous meeting about the credit card recurring fraud. Ms. Snap, would you like to address that?
I think it was said that, there was a credit card that was continually being used, even though there's fraudulent activity or something like that. And when the bank flags something as fraudulent activity, we get notified immediately, and they shut the card down. We don't continue using that same card. That card is in fact closed, and then they issue a new card. It's just like if you were to use a credit card and somebody stole your card, they would shut that card down and issue a new card. So that has been taken care of, and anytime that fraudulent activity happens, we would certainly close the account, we won't continue using it.
And then also there was a question about a reoccurring charge on Jennifer Hoover's credit card.
Yes, yes.
Can you give an update on that as well?
Yes, and that was the recurring charge for, our fingerprint service, Nintendo. And, it's not something that reoccurs every month, it's as we need it, because that's who we have to use to do our fingerprint processing. And so, because of that transition between Jennifer Hoover, leaving and then me coming in, that card was still on file when we needed to re-up the balance in it, so that's why that charge was on there. And I wasn't sure what actually, was reoccurring on there, so that's why I left that card there until I could make sure that we closed everything. And that card is now closed, there's no cards in Jennifer Hoover's name.
Any more questions before we move on? If not, next on the agenda is student learning and support services. We only have one report. School is out, so not a lot to report on that topic. Usually we all have a report from the Department of Transportation, special ed, but since school is out, we do have a report from the curriculum department, which is very good news. We have been granted the Gear Up grant for the Newport High School. And so we're very excited about that. And I'm just going to read a little bit about this grant. It says this grant is a seven-year commitment to the partnership. The partnership is for cohorts in grades 11 through 12, including sixth grade in the first year only. 8 schools districts in the state of Kentucky were awarded this grant. And there's 179 school districts, and we were one of the 8. So we're very excited about that. It is a federal grant. The grant will provide a position for career and college readiness and provide resources to achieve the goals of Gear Up. And some of the goals of Gear Up are listed here, and it talks about what Gear Up does, target signs of disadvantage early, focusing typically on entire cohorts of 7th graders in schools where at least 50% of the students qualify for free or reduced price lunch. Students are supported through the high school and in some cases into their first year of college. So that's very good news. We're very excited to have that back in our district. I know for years that Gear Up was a very active organization in our school, and we're just excited to have that back to support our kids and give them every advantage opportunity to be successful. So, this document is available on the website if you want to further read about all this grant to do. Feel free, and then also I believe the note says that things will be finalized in October 2025. So we'll report, and it does not, we don't have a dollar amount on this report, just so you all know, keeping that from you. Okay. And then next on the agenda, we do have some old business to look at. One of it is student accident insurance. This is insurance that the district was providing for students who did not have insurance. So what the board asked for was a report of this activity, and it seems that this insurance has not been used since 2021, 2022 school year. And so it's, we're paying $20,000 a year for this insurance. And so it was recommended that the board consider non-renewing this insurance, and Ms. Knapp had a recommendation on what we can do based on what this insurance is used for.
I was speaking with Ramona about the fact that we haven't had any claims on this insurance policy since 2022, and 21-22 school year. And the amount of money that we pay in premium, we were thinking that maybe we could possibly set some money aside for the what ifs. If something were to happen, that shock with the student, that they would need help for insurance coverage, that you could have that money that we already put aside for premium, that we won't get back. So we could significantly save that money and maybe put those purposes, and that's something that we can discuss. I'm not sure yet, but it's just.
And so the claim that was paid in 2021-22 was $94. And before the year before that, it was $727. See, the money that we're paying out for the coverage is just not financial. But like the board to consider.
We see what is covered by, if you one hospital stay, it's millions of dollars. It may not cover, it may only cover initial injury, that kind of thing. So I'm going to know that first, because, you know, they only take one claim, $1 million.
It's secondary insurance. It's not, right? So what it is if, let's say you have private, basically most of your kids are going to be privately insured to the parents. So if a parent has private insurance and you're out of pocket for a child, you're only $3,000 to $5,000. If you're playing sport, that's what that would cover the copay. But the first person allocated is the Medicare or the private insurance. So that's why it's not that you don't have kids that potentially get hurt like sport. They are more than likely covered. It's based on but to Kim's point, you could do something if somebody was in but it would not be because the humane or whoever would be responsible for that. The most that would ever pay would be the individual code.
Thank you. And then also, there were some suggestions on our expense reimbursement. I believe it was the actual, at some point we were reimbursing district leaders for using their personal cell phones. It was, I think, like $39 a month, but we are finding that most of them did not turn in a receipt for the reimbursement. So I think we would suggest that we reconsider our policy on that. So that's why this policy is chapter we also look at it and see if we want to update our policy regarding the mobile reimbursement.
This one is the current.
Do you have anything to add, Ms. Thompson?
Can we go back to student insurance for 1 second?
Yes.
Is it automatically new, or do we need to take it?
It has been.
So we need to take action to not pay anyone.
We can also, if it becomes whether we need it, we can always revisit it. So you all ready to take action tonight? So we will add that to the consent agenda. Okay. Next on our agenda is we have an announcement about our interim superintendent. The board is excited to announce that we have chosen Matt Atkins. Yes. Superintendent. Although we got the brain project. Yeah. Yes. Matt, all we are very excited. Actually, Matt is, I don't know how we can get him. Matt, there he is. Hi, Matt. Congratulations.
I heard
one person say yes.
Coach's mom,
Did you put it, he put 5, I thought he did 4.
Yeah, I remember bringing it back. Yeah. Can I say something?
Yes. Yes.
I have a little bit of, first, I'm going to apologize. My wife and kids. Me, I would like to thank the board for doing many, very grateful to the interim superintendent of the upcoming school year. The city of Newport, Newport and the schools are very special to me. When I did the branding, it was the one that, Newport schools same year. Newport schools. This is a student I knew I was teacher. Just backing up, I care about the kids, the teachers, the staff, the community. Obviously, it's so much to me. And I want to lead what they have done so much. I know we face challenges, but we give opportunities. Again, thank you to everyone. And appreciate everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited about this opportunity for Matt. He's been with the district for 19 years. He is the first Newport alumnus to be superintendent in this district. So we're very excited that
yeah, I'm emotional over here.
you know, it's such a powerful message to our kids of what your Newport education can lead to, you know, what you can accomplish, you know, with your education here in Newport. You work hard and are committed, you know, and Matt to me is going to send a strong message to our kids. He's homegrown. And so I'm excited about that, and I'm sure the board is too, you know, that he's gonna do a great job here in this district because he loves this district. He has been around in this district most of his life. I think the only time he left was to go to college. You know, and he's in athletics, you know, and what I thought about, I think, is he's been the principal of the primary school for 12 years. So that means most of our students that are still here went through your school.
Yeah, so I was the principal for eight years in primary, and I've been principal for.
Yeah. Primary school 8 years ago, you know, so they're still here, most of them, so I'm excited about that. Any other board members want to have comments?
Congratulations, I'm glad you're here.
You know, we interviewed some really great applicants, but you above board, like, stood out, and we were so very impressed with you
Yes.
and what you promised to the district moving forward. So, congratulations. We look forward to a promising future with you.
Thank you.
I just want to say that this shows that we believe in our districts, we believe in our staff, we believe in our students. And we know that going forward, man, you're going to be, this next year, you're going to be a very capable leader who will take us to the place that we need to go.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you have? I would like to.
No, the only thing on my mind is, Ms. Silva.
I'd like to say that congratulations. I know that you're going to be a good leader. I feel that you were given from God for us, because tonight when we were interviewing, there were many storms and many signs. So, right, but when you go up here, we know that, you know, we are excited. Can't wait to work with you. We do have a vision, we know we're gonna prosper. So we're gonna be the best we can be as board members, We pray that you be the best you can be as central superintendent of our school district, our community, and our children. I want to thank you. Thank you for applying, and I'm glad you're here. Diane Hatfield.
Congratulations. I already sent you a picture.
I heard Diane was there, so that's good news.
Your family now has a picture of the moment you were announced the superintendent.
Thanks, Diane.
Thank you. All righty, now we'll get to new business.
We need to do a motion to,
Oh, that sounds like this is a separate, that's a separate accident.
yeah, you announced it, but we need a motion.
I need a second. It's been moved to second, all in favor? Aye. Yes, yes, yes. All right.
Thanks for catching that.
Yeah. Not approve that. So I need a motion to add, consent agenda item number 11, which is handling the kid guard insurance.
So moved.
It's been moved in second, all in favor? So on our consent agenda items, any questions regarding the items listed? Now, I do, in regard to all the speech therapists and that we have, Lisa, the contract. And I guess the question is, we have so many, and, they only have each of them have 30 hours a week. So how are you tracking their time? Do they sign in to enlist each student, how much time they spend with each student? Are those records provided?
We track their time and services delivered to the student through Easy Ed Med. So every student they see is tracked, the amount of minutes that they deliver services to the students. So speech and language therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, all of our related services are tracked through Easy Ed Med. So their time is tracked from the day that they work with the student to the time they end the session with the student.
Any of these services reimbursed through Medicaid?
All of them.
All of them are?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, that is good news. I just think that it's important that, we have these conversations when we review these contracts. I know normally I would ask you for an update on the services, things. I'll save that for the next year. But I just think it's important that when we have these contracts, that we get those updates. And I believe, did you get your questions
I
answered?
did get my question for you, but I wanted to know if these were reasonable prices for the providers, if they were all here all the time, or if some are working part-time or what have you. I just wanted to get a foundation of what I was looking at so that I could make a educated judgment.
Okay, very good, I agree. I had a lot of notes in there too, and so she answered my questions. Anyone else have any questions regarding item number 2? Now, I have questions regarding item number 3, the surplus property. High school. I saw a lot of MacBooks on here.
Those aren't any of the current MacBooks. That is a lot of really, really old stuff from the CTE program and graphic arts that have been in closets as they wiped that whole area out for that construction project. There was a lot of stuff that almost predates my time with the district coming out of closets.
Okay.
None of that stuff is current.
So can you tell us it has no value?
That stuff is so old, it's probably only worth electronic scrap.
what about the projectors and printers?
Those are also, most of those are broken ones that they used to use for like printing mugs and things like that. Those projectors are sold, they might have a VGA connection only, not HDMI or anything modern. So that's a bunch of old stuff that came out of closets.
Any more questions regarding that? Next on the agenda is add behavior intervention classroom at Newport High School. I spoke to Mr. Watts, and he said that this, his position will be paid out of title. So you all get, or did you all get that information that this would be a title position? Okay. So, did you want to add anything, Mr. Wilson, about this room or the need or?
Yeah, I think it's a vital need, as far as behavior interventions and helping cut down on or classroom disruptions. It's a way to prevent students from being suspended, and we can hold them, hold them accountable, make sure they're getting their work completed under the watch of the teacher in that room. Maybe Mr. Berkeley, chief, maybe not. But it's also one of those things, I mean, he gathered, Mr. Ritchie gave me the information from last year. They had a total of 944 students in that room throughout the year for a total of 246,000 minutes. So without that room, a lot of that would lead to suspensions, the suspension rate higher, absentee rate higher, loss of funding, kind of the snowball effect from there. So a way to kind of, again, keep kids accountable, make sure the work's getting done, but also in the process, reinforcing the positive behaviors that we want to see and working with them instead of just sending them home and hoping that they stay current with their work and so on. So it's a way to kind of mitigate some of that.
Thank you. Any more questions for Mr. Wilson regarding this? That's a great investment, because they need to be here to learn. All right, the property and casualty insurance renewal. I believe Mr. Quadro was here a couple meetings ago and kind of tell us about this program. Any questions about that? And then next is the capital funds transfer request. And that is the funds that we get from the state for projects and building funds. But there is a law in place that allows us to pay for other things out of that. And so like our insurance, I believe is on that list. The law allows us to reimburse the general funds with capital outlay funds. So that's good news. So that request is here for the board to approve. And then the location agreement with Overtime Sports. You all have any questions regarding that? Did you all get your questions answered about that? Okay, very good. All Brandon, very good. Thank you, Brandon. And then say 10 days for the lead bus driver's position, as he has taken on quite a few additional duties, as we do not replace the director of facilities position. And so a lot of the staff has taken over some of those duties. And so we're going to, that saves us money. So let's see, and Newport Primary Walk-a-thon fundraising request. Let's see. First reading of the KSBA annual policy updates. Any questions regarding?
The one thing you might want to know about this is you could get calls and pass the law about contacting students.
Yes, the 181.
Yeah, so you either have to have it organized, like something that's almost like a group chat that we as the district, or the parents can consent, and then coaches and all are allowed to contact.
And it's Mr. Adams is working on that, correct? That's communication system.
Correct. Sorry, I was talking to Mr. Atkins, he's already off and running. That law is about a loggable communication system, and our new website, the classroom part of that is called Rooms, and that's 100% loggable, and that is for teacher level communications that go back and forth. So that will meet that requirement. That'll be the Rooms, and then the alert portion of the Thrill Share Apogee platform will be our caller.
I know that communication is already going out to the students because my grandson told me about it. You know, and his mom was aware of it, so their information is getting out to the parents and the kids, so that's good news.
I think it should be more the direct, the parents consent than probably the coaching.
Right.
You know, when it's like, is there snow delay for, you know, school's out, supplying things like that. I think it's
And
just for ease of communicating when you have a small group of kids. Yeah, go ahead.
Just get clarification, because that hasn't been communicated, so that hasn't been communicated to any of the coaches yet. I mean, we're aware of it because we stay on top of it. Is there gonna be something that comes out or something that, we have a lot of coaches that aren't in school and
Matt's on here, so Kim, we probably put out an email. I do believe that I saw the personnel list, the person district-wide AD is, my understanding, resigned, that would have fallen under their respective role. I did have, one of the assistant basketball coaches call, and we had that very discussion about the need for the person who would have been kind of handling that as a here, because the AD's gone. So, yeah, I think if we could just put out, I think it goes into effect the 27th, which is Friday. So.
yeah, that's, I started to remember this. So we have a dead period for 2 weeks and then that's gonna be finished.
Well, Mr. Watts will be back in the district, I believe, tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
So you could have a discussion with him on Friday.
Yeah, we might want to just at least make sure our building principals and coaches know.
Right.
I don't. Up to 20 long,
And for the board members, ASBA did a very detailed article in the Advocate, the student Advocate that we just got. There's a very detailed article about Senate Bill 181, how it impacts school districts. Read it. All right.
And the volunteers are going to the same season as a regular assistant coach, correct?
I would really want to continue this discussion
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Let's close out the meeting and you all want to have
Yeah.
some.
So close, when are we going to work?
Okay. I need a vote to approve consent agenda items 1 through 11.
Second.
All right, we're moving in second, all in favor? More comments? Any? No. All right, I need a motion to adjourn. Move to second, all in favor?
Aye.